Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome back again to my Marvel Universe action figure review. Today we'll be looking at the comic pack, the Marvel Universe comic pack celebrating the 25th anniversary Secret Wars. And in this pack, on the left it releases the Black Costumed Spiderman and on the right, Magneto. Now, like all the comic packs, it releases an old reprint of the Secret Wars comic. This is issue 8. In this issue, Spider-Man in the end managed to get the black costume, the symbiote costume. I'll explain about the comic later, but let's take a look at the packaging. The front and at the back, Spider-Man with Magneto, Hawk with Cyclops, classic Iron Man, which is supposed to be Jim Rhodes with Spider-Woman. Put it one side. Now in issue 8 it shows that the Wrecking Crew, Dr. Octopus, Titania, they all ganged up on She-Hulk and beat the crap out of her. And on Doom's side, he just came back trying to control Beyonder and failed horribly, if I remember correctly on that one, and went back to his own personal quarters where Ultron was standing guard in front of it, in front of the quarters. And then Molecule Man was injured while Volcana was tending to his wounds. Then the Avengers came in along with the Hulk and Thor, Captain America, and even Spider-Man. Reed Richards was there, Iron Man was there. They all came in. Even the Thing, Ben Grimm, who keep on shifting back and forth to his human form and his rock form periodically, and they fought up until the point that which they fought and they won. And in the end, Spider-Man went to the machine to get his costume repaired or cleaned, and then the machine plops out this black gob, and when he touched it, it engulfed his old body and turned his old costume into his new costume. Now let's take a look on this. In that issue, there's a strange thing when I noticed that the Hulk speaks like a normal human being, not like Hulk smash and all that. But then again, I didn't read the comics before Secret Wars, so I won't know. I can't remember, or I wouldn't know what happened. So this version of Spider-Man, the head is much more bigger, as you can see, far more bigger than the comic pack Spider-Man with Thunderbolt. It doesn't have a waist joint, as you can see. And on the hands itself, on the right hand is a clenched fist, and on the left hand you have this open hand, which sort of jotted in. It most probably tried to simulate that he's looking at his own costume, like so, like, oh my god, what happened? Articulation wise is the same as Spider-Man, except that it doesn't have a waist joint, so you can turn the torso, bend back and forth, turn the head 360 degrees. No point of pivoting the head up and down. You can turn the arms 360 degrees, turn the upper bicep 360 degrees, bend the elbow, bend a little bit, just a tiny portion on the back, turn the wrist 360 degrees. Leg joint has no problems, of course. Can easily bend like so. And the legs doesn't spread apart, which is good. Double joint the knee, turn the ankles 360 degrees, can pivot the ankles a little bit downwards and upwards, not much. By far my favorite Spider-Man figure, despite I hate the character, but he is far more better than the comic pack version that came along with Thunderbolt. Oh, he has a problem trying to stand up. Next we have Magneto. Now it took me quite some time. I have to check with a few of the comic packs. Some of the paint jobs were horrible. Magneto's paint job on the helmet, the purple on the helmet smudged to his face. Some of them even have serial numbers on his mantle. Or his coat, yeah, his mantle. His mantle is plastic, of course. And there's a serial number on the back here. You can see this is the same serial number. One hand opens up, just like in the comic pack. It opens up and tries to control his magnetism. The other hand has a close, sort of close fist. You can possibly put some weapons onto him. Articulation wise, well, you can remove the mantle if you want to. Just pop off the head. Head can turn 360 degrees and pivot the head up and down a little bit. Turn the torso 360 degrees, back and forth. You can turn the arm 360 degrees, but it is hindered by the mantle. You can turn the upper bicep 360 degrees, bend the elbow back and forth up to this point. Wrist 360 degrees, no problem. And you can bend the legs like so. Not all the way. Yeah, it's okay like this. Double joint the knee. Pivot the ankles downward and upwards and turn 360 degrees with no problem. Now again, Magneto doesn't have any accessories, but then again, he looks fine with it by himself. This cloak, this mantle of his is kind of weird. It folded on the other side. I don't know why. Trying to simulate just like in the comic pack, but it's good enough without the accessories. It would be nice to have some metal blocks or whatever, but you can make do without it. Spider-Man, as usual, doesn't come with webbing, so it's a disappointment that. But the figure is awesome. The torso is straight, no problem. Well, you can turn side to side if you want to. Nice details on the back and front with this the white spider logo. Not much of details, it's just black and white. So overall, if I want to give a rating, Black Costumed Spiderman would rate a good 7 out of 10 without the accessories. He looks alright. Magneto is not bad. I also would give it a nice 7 out of 10 because look at this. Shadows in the muscle, the shadow lines on the muscles are nicely painted. Then again, you have to be careful when you want to pick up a comic pack. And check carefully on the figures, because most of the comic packs that I browse through, they're all crap. And this is the only decent ones that I have. So, this is the end of the review. This is Lucy05, signing off.